Alright friends, welcome back to my tutorial channel. In today's video, I want to talk about the JAMB syllabus on chemistry for all JAMB candidates. I want to use this medium to explain or list out the area of concentration for JAMB candidates writing the chemistry subject. JAMB has provided syllabus, otherwise called known as area of concentration, so that you will know where to focus and where to concentrate in your jam, so that you won't spend time reading voluminous content that will not come out in the examination. So we on our own side, we have taken our time to provide this syllabus on our website myschoolprojects.com.ng for candidates to use and study for their jam. So if you are new to our channel, I am urging you to use this medium to subscribe to our channel, because we post content on education, JAM, WAEC, NECO, NAPTEC, and so on. Even we also post UTM information, we post university information. So subscribe to our channel so that whenever we post content like this, you'll be notified. Also hit the bell icon. If you are an old subscriber, welcome to our channel. Don't forget to share this video. If you have any question, comment. Now let's proceed. JAMB syllabus on chemistry for all JAMB candidates. Current chemistry syllabus from JAMB. The aim of the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination UTME syllabus in chemistry is to prepare the candidates for the board's examination. It is designed to test their achievement of the course objectives, which are to understand the basic principles and concepts in chemistry, interpret scientific data relating to chemistry, deduce the relationships between chemistry and other sciences, apply the knowledge of chemistry to industry and everyday life. Now, those four things I just call now are the objectives of this JAMB syllabus. Now, the topics to concentrate now is number one, separation of mixture and purification of substances. Separation of mixture and purification of substances, of chemical substances. That is the first section. The topics there are pure and impure substances, boiling and melting point, element, compound and mixtures, chemical and physical change, separation processes, evaporation, simple and fractional distillation, sublimation, filtration, crystallization, paper and column chromatography, simple and fractional crystallization, magnetization, decantation. These are the topics to consider in that section. And the objectives of that section: distinguish between pure and impure substances, use boiling and melting point as criteria for purity of chemical substances, distinguish between element, compound and mixture, differentiate between chemical and physical changes, identify the properties of the compound of a mixture, specify the principle involved in each separation method, apply the basic principle of separation processes in everyday life. Section 2 is chemical combination. The topics in that section are stoichiometry, law of definite and multiple proportions, law of conservation of matter, Gay-Lussac's law of combining volumes, Avogadro's law, chemical symbols, formulae, equations and their uses. Relative atomic mass based on 12C equals to C. The mole concept and Avogadro's number. The objectives of that section is candidates should be able to perform simple calculations involving formulae, equations, chemical composition, and the mole concept. Reduce the chemical laws from given expressions, statement, or data. Interpret graphical representations related to these laws. Deduce the stoichiometry of chemical reactions. Section 3 is kinetic theory of matter and gas law. The topics found in that section are an outline of the kinetic theory of matter, which are melting, vaporization, boiling, freezing, condensation in terms of molecular motion and Brownian movement. Number 2, the laws of Bohr, Charles, Graham, and Dalton. That is the law of partial pressure. Combined gas law, molar volume and atomicity of gases. The ideal gas equation, which is PV is equal to nRT. The relationship between vapor density of gases and the relative molecular mass. Objectives of this section are candidates should be able to apply the theory to distinguish between solid, liquid, and gases. Deduce reasons for change of state. Draw inference based on molecular motion. Deduce gas law from given expressions or statements. Interpret graphical representations related to these laws. Perform simple calculations based on these laws, equations, and relationships. Section 4 is atomic structure and bonding. The topics in that section are the concept of atoms, molecules, and ions, the works of Dalton, Millikan, Rutherford, Moseley, Thomson, and Boyle. Atomic structure, electron configuration, atomic number, mass number, and isotopies. Specify examples should be drawn from elements of atomic number 1 to 20. Shapes of s and p orbitals. B. The periodic table and periodicity of elements. Presentation of the periodic table with a view to recognizing families of elements. Example, the alkaline metals, halogen, the noble gases, and transition metals. The variation of the following properties, which are ionization energy, ionic radii, electron affinity, and electronegativity. Chemical bonding, that is number C, electrovalency and covalency, the electron configuration of elements and their tendency to attain the noble gas structure. Hydrogen bonding and metallic bonding are special types of electrovalency and covalency respectively. Coordinate bond as a type of covalent bond as illustrated by the complexes like Fe bracket Cn 6,3 and all these ones you see on the screen. Shapes of simple molecules, linear, non-linear, and tetrahedral and pyramidal. Nuclear chemistry, radioactivity, types and properties of radiations, nuclear reaction, simple equations, use and applications of natural and artificial radioactivity. Objectives of that section, wow. Candidates should be able to distinguish between atoms, molecules, and ions. Identify the contribution of these scientists to the development of the atomic structure. Reduce the number of protons, neutrons, and electrons from atomic and mass number of an atom. Apply the rules guiding the arrangement of electrons in an atom. Identify common elements exhibiting isotopy. Relate isotopy to mass number. Perform simple calculations relating to isotopy. Differentiate between the shapes of the orbitals. Determine the number of electrons in s and p atomic orbitals. Relate atomic number to the position of an element on the periodic table. And so other ones. There are other objectives below. It is too many. I will not be able to list them all because of time. If you want to get the complete video or the complete text, click on this video description. You will see a link to this page. This screen you are seeing now, this page you are seeing on your screen now is gotten from our website, as I've said earlier. So if you want to stop watching the video and use your phone to read it as a text, this video, click on the description. You will see more details, and you also see link that will take you to this page directly, and then you can now use at your confident time to go through it. Now section 5 is air. The topics there are the natural gaseous constituents and their proportion in their air: nitrogen, oxygen, water, vapor, carbon, 4-oxide, and the noble gas, argon and neon. Air as a mixture and some uses of the noble gas. Objective of that section. Kinetic should be able to deduce reasons for the existence of air as a mixture. Identify the principle involved in the separation of air components. Deduce reasonings for the variation in the composition of air in the environment. Specify the uses of some of the constituents of air. Section 6 is water. The topics there are water as a product of the combustion of hydrogen and its composition by volume. Water as a solvent. Atmospheric gases dissolve in water and biological significance. Hard and soft water. Temporal and permanent hardness and method of softening hard water. Treatment of water for town supply. Water of crystallization, efflorescent, deliquescent, and hygroscopic. Examples of the substance exhibiting these properties and their uses. Objectives of that section. Kinetic should be able to identify the various uses of water, identify the effect of dissolved atmospheric gas in water, distinguish between the properties of hard and soft water, determine the causes of hardness, identify method of removing hardness in water, describe the process involved in the treatment of water for town supply, distinguish between these phenomena, identify the various compounds that exhibit these phenomena. Number 7 is solubility. Topics: unsaturated, saturated, and supersaturated solutions. Solubility curves and simple deductions from them. Solubility defined in terms of mole per dm cube and simple calculations. Solvent for fat, oil, and plants, and the use of such solvents for the removal of stains. 4 solution, suspension and colloid. Properties and examples of those 4 solutions. Harmattan has and water paint as example of suspension of Ford, Merck, aerosol spray, emulsion paint, and rubber solution as an example of colloid. Objectives. Kinetic should be able to distinguish between the different types of solutions, interpret solubility curves, Calculate the amount of solute that can be dissolved in a given amount of solvent at a given temperature. Deduce that solubility is temperature dependent. Relate nature of solvent to their uses. Differentiate among true solution, suspension, and colloid. Compare the properties of a true solution and a false solution. Provide typical example of suspensions and colloid. Number 8 is environmental pollution. Topics: sources and effect of pollution. Air pollution. Example of air pollution such as H2S, CO, SO2, oxide of nitrogen, chlorofluorocarbon, and dust. Water pollution, sewage and oil pollution should be known. Soil pollution, oil spillage, biodegradable and non-biodegradable pollutants. Objectives: candidates should be able to identify the different types of pollution and pollutants, specify different sources of pollution, classify pollutant as biodegradable and non-biodegradable, specify the effect of pollution on the environment, identify measures for control of environmental pollution. Number 9, acid, base, and salt. Topics: general characteristics and properties of acid, base, and salt. Acid and base indicators. Basicity of acid: normal, acidic, basic, and double salt. An acid defined as a substance whose aqueous solution furnishes H3O ions or as a proton donor. Ethanoic, citric, and tartaric acid as examples of naturally occurring organic acid. Alums as example of double salt. Preparation of salt by neutralization, precipitation, and action of acid on metals. Oxides and tricocarbonate, false salt. Quantitative comparison of the conductances of molar solution of strong and weak acid and bases. Relationship between conductance and amount of ions present. pH and pOH scale. Simple calculations. Acid-base titration. Hydrolysis of salts. Principle. Simple examples such as NH4Cr, AlCl3, Na2CO3, and CH3COONA. There are so many objectives here, so you go through it. You can see it on the screen. You can go through it on your own. Section 10 is oxidation and reduction. Topics: oxidation in terms of adding of oxygen and removal of oxygen. Topics: oxidation or in terms of adding of oxygen and removal of hydrogen. Reduction as removal of oxygen or addition of hydrogen. Oxidation and reduction in terms of electron transfer. Use of oxidation number. Oxidation and reduction treated as change in oxidation number and use of oxidation number in balancing simple equation. IUPAC nomenclature of inorganic compounds using oxidation number. Text for oxidizing and reducing agent. You can see the objectives here. Number 11 is electrolysis. Number 12 is energy changes. 13, rate of chemical reaction. 14, chemical equilibrium. 15, 15 non-metal and their compounds. 16, metals and their compounds. 17, organic compounds. 18, chemistry and industry. That is it. So you have seen all what I've listed. There's no time, so I had to fasten up because I know that I will provide a link to this page. So if you still want to go through it, as I said earlier, check the video description. You will see a link to it. There are JAMB recommended texts for chemistry listed here. These are the chemistry textbooks JAMB have recommended that they are good for you to read. Ababio OY 2009, New School Chemistry for Senior Secondary School, 4th edition, Onisha, African Affairs Published Limited. Baja ST and the rest. There are other tests here, so you go through it at your confident time. The last year is what else should I do? The answer is encourage us to do more. What else should I do? Encourage us to do more because we have taken our time to compile this information, make it available for you. So all you need to do for us is just hit the subscribe button in our channel, subscribe and hit the bell icon. Just that. It is free of charge. Subscribing to our channel is free. Also, hitting the bell icon is also free. If you have any question, use the comment section to ask your question and we will reply you. If you want to contribute, also use the comment section to ask to drop your contributions, and we will be glad you do so. Don't forget once again to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for being part of this channel. Do have a lovely day.